Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Table Team, and welcome to your FPL weekly show with Russell. How are you doing, Russell?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I think I had a pretty good week fantasy football. I think the triple captains did really well if they picked the right player, who I'm sure we'll talk about. Yeah, Stu looking very ominous in that corner. But no, it's been good. I'm hoping I'll let him have the moment, but I'm plotting my revenge.
Yeah, I've achieved everything I wanted to achieve. I said that I wanted to get over 100 points. I've done that.
Oh, yeah. You did that, yeah.
Yeah, so as the great Adam Frankel says, I'm done. That's it. I've done my bit. I've achieved everything I want to achieve.
Yeah, so, actually, looking at you, you actually got 100 points bang on, didn't you?
Yeah, because I had 8 points taken off me.
Yeah, well done, man. Well done.
Anyway, we'll get into that, shall we? How are we doing, Lee? Looking dapper in your new room?
Yeah, I'm good, yeah.
Got your dartboard up, haven't you?
Yep.
He's even got a dartboard up all now. He's even got his dartboard up.
No, but the next, who's the champion in darts right now? I don't follow the darts. Isn't that guy with the funky hair? Who's that called? Isn't that Scottish
Michael
guy?
Smith.
Is that bully boy Michael Smith?
Oh, okay. I thought it was maybe Van der Gern. Is it Van der Gern?
Yeah, he got beat in final, Michael Van Gerwen.
Well, there you go. Maybe the next Michael Smith top right then.
And how are you doing, Liam? I know that you're wearing your shirt. Are you just trying to keep the name going for Man United, Man City, or what? Is that what you're trying to do?
I'm trying to get as much wear of it as much as I can right now. Put it that way. That's the only reason why. Get as much wear as it out of it as possible.
That was Man City shirt. They might not be with us much longer.
That's it. I got to wear it while I can.
Yeah. Do you know what's really weird? Literally before I came on the stream, I was watching the guy's called HTIC, and he did a video called "What's Going On at Man City." It's about half an hour. That's why I was like, literally just made it, but it was quite an interesting video. I didn't realise how corrupt, shall we say, Man City have been really in the last 10 years.
I've heard it all week from it, and now I get it all week again. Yeah.
So what team are you going to support when you go out at Premier League then, Liam?
It's not the other Manchester team. I'll put everyone else's heart rate back to
you support that team, lads. I will kick you out of this house. Telling you. There's limits. There's limits what you can support in this house. How are you, Waramani, love? Glad you all did well. I had a nightmare. I expect 3 or 4 weeks of green lights incoming with praying to gods.
I'm not going to lie. When I was watching that Forest game, which we will try not to talk about because it made me mad, and when Sinister missed that really big chance from 6 yards, I did think of Harmony. I was like, oh, she's got him as captain.
Poor bugger. But she won't have it. She'd rather finish last place than bring in some Man United or Chelsea players if they're doing well.
Well, yeah, it's a brave call if that's her play. If that's her theory, I respect her for sticking to it.
Yep. You can laugh. Yeah, I'm sorry, Amani. Because I got Man United players in and Chelsea players in, and she'll never. I'm playing the game. I want to get as many points as I can. That's the whole game, innit?
Points are addictive. Yeah, your morals and your how else can I put it? Yeah, your morals go out the window when it comes to fantasy football points. There's no morals for me when it comes to that anyway.
But I will say this, when Leeds were playing yesterday against Man United and when we went 2-0 up, I was cheering to rafters. I really was. I really was. I thought, I need this win. I need Leeds to win more than me getting points.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. When it was 2-0 and then I was in heaven because I thought Rashford hasn't scored. I don't care about my own players. As long as Leeds win and Rashford... I mean, it actually was worse for me if Rashford scored because a lot of people had him as triple captain.
I was in the same boat, yeah.
So, I was kind of like, not only now has he scored, we'll probably go on and lose, but we hung on for a point, thank God. So Yeah, I'd have took a lead to win all day rather than any of my fantasy points.
No chance. I could ever choose a scum player.
Well, just be prepared that you might be in the lower bits of the league, Harmony. As long as you've accepted that, you carry on with your theory.
Got a respect for it, though, Lawrence. Russell, I've got a respect for it.
Yeah, if that's what she believes in. I think you might struggle because sadly a lot of the players that she refuses to sign do pretty well. So
It's another double game week coming up with Arsenal and Man City.
yeah, there's a lot coming up. I'll be honest with you, so much been going on with work and other stuff. I'm probably going to be asking you guys for what's going on double game weeks because there's loads, isn't there? There's like the FA Cup's kicking in, the League Cup's kicking in. We've got some that are tiny, some that are massive. So yeah, it's like trying to run for a maze right now.
I'm so tempted to triple captain Haaland this week.
Yeah, well, look, I wouldn't personally.
Why not?
Because I just don't think. I think these top teams have worked out how to play. You stop Man City by stopping Haaland.
Yeah, that's still pretty hard
to go through him.
It's pretty hard to do still, isn't it?
But if you look at his points in the last 2 games, Russell, he's done nothing.
Yeah, I know, but it's Haaland, isn't
Should
it?
I tell you a player who I'm really thinking of changing? And it pains me, and that's De Bruyne.
Well, you're thinking of getting rid of him?
Yeah, I'm putting in Bruno Fernandes.
Tell me more about your Haaland captain. I want to know what you're thinking, Liam.
He's got Aston Villa and an Arsenal.
Right. So what's wrong with that? Aston Villa just lost 4-2 to Leicester.
That's what I mean. That's why I'm thinking of doing the triple captain.
Oh, okay. Right, yeah.
But then I'm also thinking he's had a really bad bit of form. But then I'm also counter-thinking he'll obviously turn that around sometime soon.
Yeah, what's he done recently? Wait now, you're saying his last 2 games. His last 2 games, he's got 19 points. He got 17 points.
So how many points did he get this time round? 2.
He got 2 against Spurs, but the game before he got 17.
Ah, right. Well, maybe captain him then, Liam.
Yeah,
I was just looking at the 2 points I got from him, and I was disgusted.
Yeah, at Spurs he didn't though. But if you got a triple captain on him and he gets you 17 points, you're flying, aren't you? Rashford. I'm sure the Rashford triple captainers will are dying to tell us about all their stuff. But
I triple captained Rashford because I thought he would. Believe it or not, I thought he would have got more points against Leeds.
Yeah. Yeah, to be honest with you, I was quite happy with that, actually. 1 goal, it hurt, but it didn't hurt as much as it could have, I think. So.
Well, I thought we'd try and change it up a little bit today. We'll go through teams, but what we'll do in playing my bench boost this weekend up for 16 to 20 points from them. We'll cover the hits I took recently, and I hope to bounce back. Now set up until game week 28, 29, with maybe 2 more transfers in and out along the way.
You go for it, Harmony. I like these. I like the people who go for broke.
Yeah, I like a style, mate. I do. I like a style.
Yeah, go for it. If you think that's what you're going to do, have a crack. So who knows? It could be a great move.
Well, as I was going to say, I'll put the teams up on board, but instead of going through each and every player, reading them all off one by one, we'll pick out the ones that stand out.
Yeah, that sounds good.
You know what I mean? Then that way we can do more talking about what we're going to be doing and what people already see and know. That makes sense.
I've just done a power play. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Ooh.
Who've you got?
That? Triple captain's been played.
On Ireland.
Yeah. Done it live on the stream. Oh, and that's your current team, is it?
Yeah.
I see a lot of Arsenal players.
Have you took Almiron out and put him on bench?
Yep.
Almiron.
He's not leaving my team. But I put him on the bench and I brought in Odegaard just because of the double game week.
I knew you'd get rid of him eventually. You did really well with him for a while, but Almiron's always going to go back to the player he was.
Right, so I'm going to share screen, guys, with you all. Share screen. And hopefully you can all see it pretty clear. Now I've got it set when it's a little bit bigger straight away as well. Here we go. Right, so if we start with Gruffalo Soldier, he got 29 points. I mean, he hasn't made no transfers for quite some time now. Lloris, got 10 points from Lloris, which probably Lloris's best goal point tally this season.
Yeah. Now he's going to be out for a while, isn't he?
I mean, then look at that Young none, Fabinho none, Foden none, and then all the rest were ones and twos. And his bench, he did well with his bench, but they're all injured, I think.
I don't think he cares.
So that's and he's on he's currently sitting at bottom at league. So he's on so that's his team. Well done, Gruffalo. Next for it, league. So we'll just really concentrate on the ones who we think, we'll still show the teams up on screen, but we'll discuss them a bit less than what we normally do. This is Vibes. Now he got 30 points, but he made no transfers. Reyes 7. No one stood out in defence. Midfield, he got a combined of 3, 5, 10, 9 points in midfield. But he had Trossard as captain with 2. Allen with 7. Allen with 2. Wilson with 7. Cancelo is gone, so he obviously hasn't played for a while, has he? So that's Vibes team. So
but he must still be making transfers because he's got Trossard. Is he actually still active? Well, game week 15. No, he's not. I think Trossard captain is probably when he was playing for Brighton, weren't he? And he's just not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Planet 24 got 46 points this week. Henderson nil. So he hasn't made any transfers neither.
Okay.
Mings, Delot, Dyer, and then up top he had Ireland and Mitrovic. Because he's still got Cancelo in his team as well.
Yeah.
So that's Planet 24. I'm still struggling how to take teams out, if I'm honest. I don't know how to take teams out, but right, who's next? Team Pool got 39 points. Doesn't look like he didn't make any transfers. I don't know if he's still playing.
I like his bench.
Alisson 2, bench. Blanche's 6, Johnson 9, Alien 3.
18 points on the bench.
You love to see it.
9 points combined with his strike force. And he has Mo Salah as captain.
No shock there from the Liverpool camp. Oh.
So, and then if I go back, my telly's about to turn off. Go down. I will concentrate on the ones who are here as well. I promise I will concentrate on the ones who we know are playing. Who did I just do?
Team Pool.
Right, so next one up, Nerve. We know Nerve plays. She got 75 points this week.
He's active. He's playing it. He's active.
But Trippier, Scar, Saliba, 8 points from a defence. 40 points, your triple captain, Rashford. Got her 40 points. Fernandez got 12. Odegaard got 2. Saka got 2. Kane got 8. Haaland got 2. Only got 1.
He had quite a good week, actually. Sorry.
A bench here only had 3 on bench. That was De Silva. So well done there for getting your 75 points.
Yeah, a lot of points down below. That's good.
Who's next?
No name.
Who's next? No name. 23 points. I don't think he plays. Now, do you?
No.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Just look through his team. Anderson, Saliba, Dunk, Trippier, Webster, Almiron, Saka, Trossard, De Bruyne, Mitrovic, Haaland, on bench, Ward, Jesus, Young, Rodrigo.
It's funny how Dunk is the most high-scored player of all those amazing talents. It honestly is.
It's quite interesting looking at these teams who don't do anything and just seeing how many points they get when they don't even try.
Amani says that she's captaining Saka this week.
That's not a bad call. I mean, it's
a good shout, that. Good shout. I'd have Saka. I mean, Liam were on about Martinelli, but Martinelli seems to be struggling a bit of late, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's very in and out right now.
Happy Amaret got 81 points this week, which is pretty good. She made one transfer.
Yeah, good
one. Well done, Happy. Ramsdale with 3, Trippier 2, Saliba 2, Shaw 6, Rashford 40. Triple captained as well, I believe.
No, just normal captain.
All right, she's normal captain.
She triple captain Rashford last week.
De Bruyne 1, Almiron 2, Marsh 3, Mbuemo 12, Haaland 2, Kane 8. She did Alisson with 2, Bruno with 0, Murphy with 1, White with 2. So she did well to get 81 points.
Yeah, there's a lot of players down at the bottom that got quite big points. So even though they're down the bottom, they'll start catching quickly, moving up the league, I think. So
yeah,
it's good. At least they're still trying. That's good.
I like that. Above Happy is our lovely moderate and Harmony. Here we go, Harmony. Let's have a look at your team.
Harmony, what's happened?
Sinister did score. That's what happened.
Yeah. Then he got injured.
Vogt with 2. Boba with 2. I thought Boba had a really good game for against Man United.
I thought he should have got some bonus points for what he did. He did so much.
Bonus points, though, can you?
He had a good game, but I do want to say I was very worried about some of his passing from out the back, and he did do a few things where he decided he fancied being Rio Ferdinand, and almost got us in trouble. So
is that when Bamford had a word with him?
I can't remember, but there was a couple of times where he passed blindly to Firpo, put him in trouble, and he also decided to run out and he misplaced the pass, and we got caught on the break. So as good as his defensive display was, please don't try and be Rio Ferdinand. You're not that good, I'm afraid. So yeah,
fair enough. So Hermione, Pope with 2, Boba with 2, Zinchenko only got 1, which is a bit disappointing for him, bless her. But she set up for the double game week, I know that. Trippier with 2, Odegaard got 2, Mitoma got 11. He's a really good player. Brighton have pulled off a right player in getting him. Sinister got 4 points. Now he's out for about a month, won't it, Russell?
I don't know. I don't think they've confirmed any news. They'll probably be in the press conference tomorrow.
Saka with 2, Willie Nonto with 11. I think that's the right clever bringing to Team Mononto.
Yeah, I can imagine you were very happy when that goal went in.
We both were. I was. Came with 8 and Haaland with 2. On the bench, he had Ward, Kulusevski, Botman, and Lewis.
Good. I mean, she's got quite a good. I mean, you look. It's quite surprising how poorly her week's gone because it's not a bad-looking team, really.
Amani says no name as 4 Arsenal players due to Trossard. Got to get rid of one of them next transfer.
Yeah, because I think he had Trossard when he was a Brighton player, didn't he? So he's now got 4 players. Ironically, he'll probably, even though he's not playing, I don't think he'll be worth keeping for this one.
I don't understand how Wobber only got 2 points over 2 games. Made 2 goal stopping saves, 1 left foot, one headed stop against Man United.
Yeah, I don't know how the points are bonus points are given out. They seem to be given more to chances created, don't they, rather than if you're blocking something on the line. They should really. I don't know how it works. How the points are kind of contributed, given out. Sorry,
it makes defenders and midfielders just less
attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the read. I mean, I don't know if they ever will, but they need to work out the point scoring system. I think to make it viable for bringing in quality defenders as well.
Yeah,
quality attackers. I think so. I mean, I know I've only been playing games 5 minutes, but they need to sort that out for definite. So well done, Amani. Look, looking at it this way, Amani, the average points were 48. You got 47. So you weren't far off of being average.
Well, no. She had a -8 though, didn't she?
Yeah, so she got 39. Is that?
Yeah. Oh, 39 points.
But her team doesn't look too bad, so I wouldn't get too disheartened because I actually look at her team and go, still pretty well set up.
Especially that strike force.
You've just got to be strong. So if you have a bad week, the main thing is not to panic.
Yeah, well, that's very true. That is very true. But well done, Amani. I'm just glad she's taking part in it. You know what I mean? I'm just glad she's getting involved in it.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good.
Next person up, Lee. Do you want to take us through your team, mate? While you're there, mate, you could go through your team.
Nick Polk give me 2. Verbal give me 2. Chopper give me 2. Shaw give me 6. Penabona give me 1. Banana Finance give me 12. Washford give me 10-2. And Warren give me 2. Mitrovic give me 2. Harlan give me 4. And Nonto give me 11.
Well done, Lee. And your bench? Iverson
then on. And Jaws give me 2. Ben White give me 2. And Nicky Williams give me 5.
And you finished with 64 points.
Yep.
60 points, wasn't it?
64 points. Minus the 4. So 60 points. Well
Lee,
done, Lee.
One thing I want to ask you, Lee. Talk to me quickly about your captain. What was your think process in that captain choice?
Oh, yeah, I got Harlan captain, yeah.
Yeah. Because that Rashford one, that one hurt, didn't it? That one really hurt. Yeah, you're brave to go Haaland against 2 double game weekers. You're brave, but yeah, that Rashford one really hurt you, didn't it?
The finish as well, though. He's still got all his chips, everything.
Yeah. Yeah, just make sure you get the ketchup on them. That's what I say. Get that ketchup on those chips at some point.
Yeah, we're going to start thinking about using them lately.
Yes. Oh, yes.
his reaction now, just yes.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I thought, yeah. The father, son, love it. Because he's in his own room now, Russell. He thinks, you know what I mean? He's more comfortable. You know,
yeah.
That's
don't need you anymore, mate.
No, he's on his own. He's alone. He's the Lone Ranger now.
Yeah, exactly.
Amani's bench for Saturday is Edison Lewis, both double game weeks, Esther Pion and Kulizeski.
Well, wait there. You're putting them on your bench. You want them off the bench, don't you?
So she's going to use the bench boost.
Oh, she's got a bench boost. Oh, okay, then that's good. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, well, good. Yeah. I mean, what I bet will probably happen is you've had a bad week this week, but you probably have a good week next week. That's how it works normally.
Yeah. So well done, Lee. Next one up.
Right. Apologies for that. He has I think he's closed his stream now, so we'll be right back. Anyway, Russell.
Well, wait now. I've got the league in front of me, so I can go for the teams instead if you want. Oh, he's back.
There you go, mate. You go through them, Russell.
No. You're back now. I was going to fall on to me because you left. I thought, oh wait, no, I'll just carry on.
I personally think Russell being co-host, I think Russell should take the other half.
No. This is Stuart's baby. So you carry on, mate. I thought you just left. I thought something crashed.
No, I pressed the wrong button.
Oh, right.
I was supposed to go back on top screen. I went back on bottom screen.
No, that's right. You carry on.
I like the new glasses, by the way. The new glasses look very professional.
Yeah, I needed. I needed stronger glasses with computer. That's why we're always bloody tired all the time. So no, I'm back.
You're on Tilly 007.
You saved them chips, Lee, will be valuable from game week 30 onwards.
Yeah, you got to be really disciplined to save the chips for that long, I tell you. Very disciplined.
I think
You
know what?
Lee don't like giving out away, honestly.
I think last year I didn't play a single chip.
You what? You're going to play this year, aren't you?
Well, I've used my triple captain. I've used my free hit. I think I've only got my bench boost left now.
Oh, you've used it? Oh, right. So you're okay then.
I think you got a wild card.
Yeah, I've still got my wild card, yeah.
Right, so where are we? That one, top one. Where are we? Yeah. Where did we get to?
Well, you've just done Lee, so.
Right, so it's Tilly. Got 45 points this week.
It's not
0 transfers. Ward, Botman, Walker, Mings, Thacker, Marsh, Salah, Rashford with 20. Ireland were a captain before. Tony and Kane. Bench, Pickford, Bailey, White, Bissaka.
Yeah, I mean, that's another one. I'm surprised people went for Haaland over the double game weekers.
I always comfortable. I know, no matter how much I love Haaland, you got to pay. If you're taking this as serious as we are, I'll say as serious as we are, me and Mr. Expert this side of me, you know, I think you got to captain the double game weeks no matter what.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's brave. It's brave.
Ian says your glasses are upside down, Dennis Taylor. Thank you very much, Ian. Much appreciated.
Dennis Taylor.
I love that. I do. Oh, I had shit screen, have I? Why did no one tell me?
I did. I said something. You were just in your own zone.
Why did no one tell me that I had shit screen?
I did.
Right, so there we go. We're back. Sorry about that, everybody. Yeah, so that's his team. Made no transfers at 45 points. So well done. Who's next? It's Harry Patterson, and he got 93 points.
Nice. And I'll tell you something, there's a few green arrows this week, isn't there, in the league? It's nice to see.
Yeah, people do well.
Raya got 7. Trippier, Shaw, Saliba in his defence combined of 10. De Bruyne, Harrison, Martinelli, and he triple captained Rashford to get his 60 points. Haaland 2, Tony 1, Wilson 7. On the bench, he had Pope, Pinnock, White, and Jayas.
I'll tell you what, I bet he's glad his vice captain didn't play instead of his main captain.
Oh, yeah.
He'd have got 3 points.
I'll tell you something, Lord. It's amazing at how much one triple captain can change your score. Like,
yeah.
I think
that's why
the
chips are very powerful. So
yeah, I think that's 20 points without the triple captain.
Yeah,
maybe 30.
I tell you advice: when all your rivals are playing triple captain, you sat there going,
"I should have done it."
It's not fun to watch.
I should have done it.
Yeah.
This is Doctor's score. Doctor got 70. He made 1 transfer. He had Ramsdale, Trippier, White, Shaw. 9, 10, 11, 13 points. His defensive players, which isn't bad, I guess. Bailey, Marsh, Rashford, who he made captain. Martinelli, Tony, Ireland, and Kane. So Rashford saved a lot of people's bacon this week, didn't it?
Oh, he saved my bacon.
Yeah.
His bench, I mean, he's still got Cancelo on, which I'm a bit shocked about, but
maybe he didn't want to take a minus transfer.
Yeah.
But when you have moved him down to the bottom, you know, make it manager, it wouldn't make a difference anyway, does it?
Yeah, I won't be surprised if what he'd probably do is get rid of Cancelo this week.
So that's the thing, when you're at the top of the table, you want to take as minimum points as possible to get even higher, don't you?
Yeah.
So well done, Harry. No, Doctor, sorry. Well done, the Doctor. He's 70 points. Right, next is
I believe it's me. Oh,
no, it's not. It's Mr. Expert Russell. Go for your team, mate.
I just noticed actually, me and Liam are on exactly the same point.
I know.
It's literally, this is weird. Yeah, I had a surprisingly good week. I didn't think I did that amazing, but a lot of other people must not have had a lot of players because I was quite surprised. So I got 82 points, even though it says 86. So I took a minus. And I don't usually take minuses, but I've been forced into it with injuries. I got Kepa, who's got me 10. He's been brilliant for me. Shaw got me 6. I'm actually happy he only got me 6 because if he did well, it means he probably did well against Leeds. Trippier 2. Azpilicueta got me 1. He's a real problem for me because I keep finding I'm having to do other things before I can get rid of him. So he's kind of just hanging around like a smelly fart, which I can't get rid of. Fernandez 12, Martinelli 1. He's a problem. Rashford, I captained him, so I protected myself a little bit against the triple captains. And if you remember last week, I was looking at Andreas, weren't I? And I was like, should I change it for Somerville? But I kept him. But obviously later on, we'll see why that was a problem. Nikita got me 2. That was disappointing because I thought he'd do well against Everton. And it hurt me in fantasy and reality for Leeds. Kane got me 8. Haaland got me 2. Man City not doing well, I think, got in my favour this week. Ward got me 2. Somerville got me 6. That's the one where I was quite annoyed because I was going to change him very last minute to Andreas, and I wish I did now. Bruno, however you say his name, he's got me 0. I was a bit surprised he didn't start because he's actually started a lot, and Patterson's still injured. But one thing I am happy with is at least I have at least 2 players on the bench who could start. Last week, I think I had like 2 injured players, and I was left with 1. So at least Somerville's back for me, and I'm going to keep him. So yeah, overall, quite happy. Just a little frustrated with Somerville, but I've still got all my chips to play as well. So anything I've lost this week, I'm pretty confident I can pull back soon.
I have to admit, Kepa is serving your bacon. Is that 3 consecutive weeks now he's got 10 points?
Click on his name, Stu. Show everyone how Kepa's getting on.
I think that is 3 consecutive weeks, to be fair.
10, 9, 10.
Yeah, look at that. For a goalkeeper, that's out of this world.
And I kept him. I signed him after the World Cup, and he's not gone left my team.
Good man.
Yeah, he's done really well. But that's what frustrates me with Azpilicueta. If he had actually started, I'd have cleaned up on him as well. Yeah. He's just someone who I can't get rid of because I'm having to do other things before him. So he's just sat there annoying me right now.
Right, well done, Russell. Not a score to be sniffed at. Definitely not. Well done.
Thank you.
I'm just going to bring up some comments before we go any further.
Yeah.
I've got Cody back for Cine. Pre-planning and injury to Cine for game week 25. SPL for Verber and Edison for Ward for bench boost in double game week 23.
Harmony's really, I like it. She's looking ahead.
I like that. My bench boost has gone.
She's like a chess player.
Very smart for the double game week and using your bench boost. Very smart.
We'll bring Allison and Gomez for double game week 25 to have to go cap for.
I have a question. Why Liverpool players? I know I might sound a bit of a big head, but Liverpool are exactly doing well. Alisson is an expensive goalkeeper. And
Liverpool might double soon.
Oh, double game. Okay.
Yeah, they're not in it yet, I don't think, but there's room. I think they could be the way it's looking. So
a couple of an excuse for that week then.
Yeah.
No, but that's the only thing that came in my head.
And then she's going to bring back Espion and Sanchez for Alisson and Gomez in game week 26.
Yeah, I think you're miles ahead, aren't you? Wow.
That's what you got to do.
I couldn't play a Manny at chess. Definitely not. She'll be about 5 moves ahead, wouldn't she?
Yep.
So that's your score, Russell?
Yeah, pretty happy with that, thank you.
Oh, he's done it again. He's doing it again, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I thought he
all you heard from downstairs was, I've done it again! I saw you.
Well, it's up to you, Liam. Do you want to go for your team? You can just tell us anyway, can't you?
Yeah, I can go for my team for you.
I thought you got new glasses, Stu. Are they working?
Only got them today. The tickets are getting used to.
Talking about.
Sorry about that, everybody. God, I've done it twice already.
Oh, that's funny.
I was supposed to be trying to be a bit more professional today. That ain't going well, has it?
Oh, you could hear from downstairs. Oh, I've done it again. Ah.
Right, Liam, your teammate, please.
78 this week. Pope had an absolute Newcastle had a stinker. Pope with 2, Trippier with 2, Shaw with 6. He got the assist, I believe.
Yeah.
Was it? Who did I play before? Leeds?
The assist was against
Palace. That's it.
Palace.
And I believe he got an assist last night as well. He did. Yeah. He didn't get the assist from last night. That's a weird one because
he didn't. No.
I'm pretty sure he set up Sancho for that second goal. But,
no, I think he took a deflection, didn't it, and went off someone else or something.
Okay.
So,
Shaw, Rico Lewis with 2, De Bruyne 1, the amazing Almiron 2, Saka 2, Rashford 40. As I said, Rashford saved a lot of teams' bacon this week. King with 8, Nonto with 11, and Haaland with 2. When Nonto scored in the first minute, I was so wanting a hat-trick of him. And my bench is 80. What's that? 18 points? Is it? No.
Yeah, 19.
19 points. Ward with 2, Smother with 6, Kilman with 11, and Tanganga with 0.
Oh, right. That is a bench from hell.
It's a stinker.
Oh, Liam, just think, if you got any of those points on the bench, mate, we wouldn't be on the same points right now. I am chasing you down.
I've made 3 substitutions this week.
What, 3 transfers?
I made 3 transfers.
Madman. I'm loving it.
Of course, you're loving it because I'll be a lot less points than you. That's why you're loving it. But no, honestly.
All right, game week 25 is confirmed. Wolves, Liverpool, Arsenal, and question mark.
Everton.
Yeah. So Liverpool do play twice, by the looks of it.
Everton.
Is that been confirmed recently, just today or something?
Sure, Romani will tell you. So well done, Liam.
Not that very well. Russell's caught me up.
McAllister got 67 points. Had 2 transfers. Sanchez with 8, Trippier 2, Shaw 6, Gabriel 2. Martinelli Gross got 4 points. Odegaard got 2. The vice captain Rashford.
So strange. Do you know what? I can't believe how many people in this stream have captained Haaland over Rashford. He had 2 games. What are you all thinking? You're mad. Haaland
with 2, Kane with 8, and Nonto with 11. His bench, it were all 2s. Ward, Almiron, Verber.
Yeah, well,
that's a lot of money on the bench with Cancelo.
Yeah. Well, again, that's probably a transfer he's probably going to do this week. I'm loving that a lot of these people are kind of not slipping. Well, they are slipping up. They're making mistakes because it means I'm catching up with you all, and it's condensing the league a bit.
This is good. Second as well, 1 point.
This is good. I'm fancying my chances. right now.
3 or 4 days ago, it was confirmed to Russell.
Oh, yeah. Okay. 3 minutes. So that's why you got the Liverpool players in.
So now it's to Darren Higgins, 111 points.
That's
most points this week. 111 take away 4.
107.
107. Azabalag got 10, Kepa got in 10. White Trippier, Duncan, Cruella,
is she from 101 Dalmatians?
or Cruella, and whatever it's called. It looks like Cruella, doesn't it?
He's got the air for her, yeah.
Yeah. 20 points from his 30 points from his defence. Which ain't bad.
Yeah, it's good. He's got Kepa, that's worked out well.
Super captains Rashford with 60. Martinelli with 1. Vice captains Fernandes with 12. Kane with 8. Nketiah with 2. Haaland with 2. On the bench, he had Ward, Andreas, Almiron, and Stones.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah,
Mr.
very
Higgins.
solid.
Really good week. Well done, Russ. Darren, most points. this week. Well done.
We have to try and loosen this Higgins stranglehold on the league. I feel.
Yeah. You know, they're calling it a bit too close at the top now.
Yeah.
Right.
This is the one he's really bothered about. He's been dying to say this.
I got 100 points this week. Mesley got me 4, Trippier got me 2, White got me 2, Robertson got me 1. Disappointed with Robertson. Really disappointed with Robertson. Disappointed with Liverpool overall, really. Odegaard got me 2. He could have had a different game. You know, it's a good player, he's Odegaard, so getting 2 from Odegaard was a bit disappointing. Obviously, Rashford, triple captain, 60, that saved me bacon a lot. Fernandes got me 12. Itoma got me 11. And Mudryk only got me 1, which I was a bit disappointed with as well.
Yeah, he is a bit of a wild card transfer right now.
Ronto, Little Willie got me 11. Ireland got me 2, which I was a bit disappointed with Ireland this week, but like you said, he got 17 points last week. So
the main thing is you didn't put the captain on Haaland. You kept it on Rashford.
And then on bench Ward, Rutter, Aguerd, Patterson. So overall, I got my aim was to get triple digit score, and I've done that now.
Yeah, you did well, mate. Yeah, really
achievement unlocked. You are slowly becoming a fantasy expert.
Achievement unlocked.
No, not really. No, never put myself down as an expert. There's a lot to learn about this game. Scoring's one of them.
Well, I mean, one thing I did help you with, I don't want to take much credit.
But, there it is. Look at the door to take.
I think I did sort your dad out putting out Ruter. I'm pretty sure he had Ruter in his team when I last spoke to him. I said, no, are you sure you want Ruter in your team? He went, I don't know. So at least you got rid of Ruter.
Is Ruter actually going to start for Leeds? Because I mean, you spent a fair bit of money. He's your record transfer player. Surely, God, you got.
No, well, I spoke to Mally about Ruter, and Mally praised him when we were getting him. He's going to be this great player, and even Mally said yesterday after the game he was really disappointed in Ruter when he come on.
That's what I mean. Like, I know I might sound like a hypocrite, but the money you spent on him, especially for your record signing, surely God, he has to start nearly every game.
Well, no, it's because the German league has like a winter break, doesn't it?
And that's true. Yeah.
He hasn't played. He hasn't played for a while, so I think they're kind of
that, didn't they?
Yeah. When your dad had him in his team, I was like, no, don't. He won't play much. So, yeah, I think they're going to break him in slowly.
Amani with a comment. Also, it is a blank for Scum, Newcastle, Brighton, and Brentford. Chance of double game weeks in 26 or 27 for Brighton and another.
Oh, what's his name? Matuso or something? I might have to transfer him in.
Yeah, but he might blank as well soon. So it's getting very complicated right now. There's a lot of stuff going on. So this is where it's going to get interesting now. And this is where probably me and Lee, we probably have quite a bit of strength because we've got chips. So, you know, we've got a bit more flexibility, I think.
It's all it takes is for Ireland to get two 15-point games in his double game weeks.
Yeah, well, that's why we love it, because it can change on a sixpence, can't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at you guys, the people who are triple captain this week. You're flying, so you know. But you got to hope that
it's done it again.
You've just got to hope that us people with the triple captain players.
I get to see him downstairs. Oh,
you got. Have you got a new computer, Stu?
Well, I've had to set it. I've got, as you know, I've got 3 tellies.
Okay.
So to get my camera, I bought like a rack. What goes on? It goes in between your stand and your TV. A plate screws in between, and I've had to switch tellies over. So my big telly's now on my right, my little telly's on my left.
So you're just trying to get used to it.
Yes. And with these glasses as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
your new amazing improved glasses, yes.
It's like a whole sandstorm of problems, isn't it, right now?
Yeah, and then he's
You'll get through it. You'll get
4
through it.
weeks on Saturday. I'm getting my laptop.
Yeah. Oh, okay then. Right. You'll be fine. It's like anything. You get used to it, isn't it? It's like you get used to Leeds losing. You get
When that derby came up,
in Liam's case, he's going to have to start watching some League Two football. Actually, he does. He supports Bradford as well. Watching that Bradford City v Man City.
I love that league game. I could just go into City Centre. I'd be like, can't watch the game today. Yeah,
you'll be playing Lincoln soon.
I'll come down, Russell. I'll come down and I'll come down with the disabled team. We're gonna deliver it to you.
You'll have to. But you couldn't because Lincoln are in League One. You'll have to come down if you get promoted because you'll start in League Two, maybe.
Oh, sugar, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, so that will be score anyway. So that's my moment.
Yeah, very good week. Yeah, you done really. I mean, you must have been absolutely buzzing with Nonto scored. So
I bet you were jumping up and down.
I was jumping up and down because we scored against Man United.
Yeah, but he scored against Man United and he scored for Leeds, and he's your fantasy football player. You can't get any better than that.
That's a hat trick right there.
Exactly.
Right, so we're back. I can't wait to watch City and Blue Scum in the National League.
National League, playing Wrexham. Oh, actually, Wrexham will get promoted, won't they?
Yeah. Wrexham will be higher than Man City.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
That's going to be funny. Right, Ron, not that telly, it's that one. Right, who's next in thing?
It's singing it.
It's Lee's school friend.
Oh,
Vander.
Right.
He played triple captain. He played as well. He's in 98 points he got in one transfer. Triple captain Rashford. Vice captain Shaw. Ben Mee. That were a standout pick.
Yeah, he's doing well, isn't he? Yeah.
Raya got 7 points as well. He has Gakpo winning the Tony Haaland, De Bruyne, Almiron. He might end up dropping Almiron, I think. His bench didn't do a lot, so he didn't lose many points neither.
No,
Henderson, Pereira, and Andreas, and Danny Ings.
Tell you now, it's basically Rashford got all his points. Rashford and me, innit? Virtually got all his points.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Rashford's been the saviour for a lot of people this week.
Yeah, it's a good triple captain pick, that. I mean, Ben Mee's an interesting one, isn't he? He's done quite well recently. So
Yeah, I think Darren Higgins' son's got two. I'm sure he's got two Brighton players, two Brentford defenders. That's how he managed to get his points. I'm sure he has. Let's have a double check. So well done, Avinda. Richie, top of league again. Been there from week one. Triple captain played. Triple captain played. Final points 107. As Kepa, no, it won't. It must have been further down the list. I saw it. Kepa, White, Trippier, Shaw. Triple captain Rashford, Almiron, and Fernandez, Martinelli, Kane, Haaland, and then Nketiah up top.
Yeah, like I say, Rashford's done really well for a lot of people, hasn't he?
His bench, we didn't lose hardly any points. Ward 2, Andreas 2, Lewis 2, going on. So well done, Richie, top at league. Right, but like we says, there's time for Lee and Russell to catch up. They haven't used the triple captain yet.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the points from maybe let's say from Lee. Let's go from Lee. 823. Actually, that's quite a big gap from me to Richie. There's 65 points. So I think it's going to be an exciting league because I think you're going to find in the next 5 weeks or so there's going to be a lot of chips being played. So, I hate to say it, Stu, you might be in for a bit of punishment coming because I know you're pretty low on chips. It's no fault of your own. It's just you weren't sure what to do with them first time. But yeah, if a lot of people use them right, because there's going to be some big swings, I think.
Oh I've massive I've massively overachieved with this channel, and I've massively overachieved in my first season playing FPL. How many people can say in the first season of playing FPL get 100 points in the first, first season?
Yeah, doing well. Doing really well.
So I'm happy with that. More than happy with that. More than happy. So what will be. Anyway, I don't want to win my own trophy. If I were going to win my own trophy, it would be Donkey one. Alan would get 3,000 goals in a season, only being a sub. Clapping the head up.
Yeah, probably could.
So well done, everybody, for this week, for getting all your points.
It's been a good, solid week. Everyone's done pretty well, to be honest with you. So, and like I say, even the people that haven't done well, if you look at their team, I think they're still pretty well set up for the next game week. So,
Russell, what plans have you got for game week 23?
Well, I've got a few little things I'm thinking. I'll tell you now, guys, I won't be able to make the deadline stream. So I'll let you know now. I can't. I've got something planned on that Saturday, so I'll be struggling for that. Yeah, but I've got a few moves in my head, and they'll all be revealed at what time's the first kickoff game?
12:30.
12:30. If you check your phone at 12:30, you know exactly what I'm thinking. So, yeah, I've got a few things I might be looking at.
Okay. Right. So, what advice would you give to viewers?
Well, it depends what the advice is on. It has to be a particular thing, doesn't it? I need to know what the actual question is. You know, I can't give general advice because it could, just general advice would be pick the right players, pick a good captain. But
I'm going to bring some up. Reece James is now back, and I believe, is fully fit. I think he's going to make a debut in someone's fantasy team.
Reece James really annoyed me this season because he was the Chelsea player I had, and I was really happy with my team. You know, when the World Cup reset, I think he was in my team, and I was so happy with my team, and he just got obliterated by injuries. It was so frustrating. But Reece James is a really good fantasy football asset once he gets going. So,
well, my advice to the viewers would be: don't panic. Don't worry about your scores this week. If you've had a poor week, try and think about your double game weeks coming up. Plan in advance what you want to do, so you're not leaving it till last minute and getting stressed out. Now that was the sort of advice I thought you were going to give Russell. To be fair.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the general advice. It's just you got to kind of not think like you said, not think about it too much. But I don't want to give out too much good advice. I don't want everyone doing too well because I've got to try and win this league, haven't I?
You're desperate to win this league, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I love it. Yeah, I think what the thing for us, and maybe Lee as well, because we're kind of in the same bloke. I think what's coming down in my head now is when do I start pulling the chips out? You know, when am I going to start hitting the chips and try and nailing them? Because I know a lot of people around me have used certain chips, so I know I've got a little bit of an advantage now. So the key for me is to try and prep my team the best I can to get the maximum points for myself.
Well, I'll be really honest with you guys out there. I've took a few penalty points this round.
Yeah, but you probably can, Stu, because you had such a good week.
That's why I did it. I thought even if it's 9 or 12, even if it's 9 points, I've made them up this week, so it doesn't matter to me.
No, yeah. I mean, what's unusual this week for me personally? I very rarely go into -4s, but injuries have been hurting me, so I've been forced into minus transfers. But what's weird is if I didn't make my minus transfer this week, I'd have probably been worse off. So sometimes, as much as a -4 hurts, if you get the right player, it's worth it.
Definitely. I think I've taken a few hits this week. I think I'll be on -8 or maybe -12.
Yeah. So sometimes it can work. I mean, I got a -8 for Fernandez, and he got me 12 points. So what's that for? He got 8 points for me, really, which isn't too bad for a -4. The only time, obviously, it really hurts if you take minuses and then the player gets 2 points. And then you're like, oh, God. So it's like anything, it's a risk, isn't it? So, but if I had my, I look at my team, I'll say there's about, I really would love to hit a wild card on it and just kind of refresh it and set it up. So there is a few things running through my brain to what to do because I could set it up quite nicely. I got some really frustrated. I think the Wolves player not playing spooked me a bit. So he played every game, and then all of a sudden he's not played. And then they kept a clean sheet and beat Liverpool. So I've got a horrible feeling he might not start the next game.
Yeah.
My wild card, and I know this is going to sound mad, and I know I keep, I don't think not too far ahead when it comes to FPL. But do you know when I'd love to use it? The final day.
Well, you can.
Yeah.
The final
I bet you
day,
anything you won't have the discipline to do that, though. Because you'll be too tempted. There's going to be a lot of single game weeks and a lot of double game weeks where you're going to go, oh, I just want to do a wild card. If you leave your wild card until game week 38, fair play to you because that is some serious discipline.
You see, when I used my free hit chip, when I used to free it, I did well that week. And then obviously went back to the team I had for that week, and then now because you know that the top teams like Manchester United, Man City, and Arsenal are going to be involved in a lot of these double game weeks. So my plan now is, my team is set up where I've got three Arsenal players in. I've got two Man City players in.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of a third Man City player to bring in, but we're honest. Because I don't know if Mahrez is going to be playing or if he's going to be dropped.
Yeah,
the biggest problem with Man City is, especially if you got Man City, but it's just hard to predict who they're going to play.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a quick cup of tea, guys, while you were talking.
Yep, and I'll just read this comment from lovely Amani. My double game week players are Zinchenko, Odegaard, Saka, Haaland, Lewis, Edison. Happy with them, right? Well, these my Arsenal double game week players are Ben White, Odegaard, and Nketiah. My two Man City double game week players are Haaland and De Bruyne. I've changed. I've dropped Rutia to bench. I brought in Nketiah for on player really. I should have kept Nonto in and dropped Rutia, but I might have to sort that out afterwards. But that's what I've done, Liam. Anyway, I've made my changes already, and I'm quite happy with it as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a matter of who do I have as my captain this week, because at the moment it's on Rashford. Now obviously I'm going to change that to a double game week captain.
Yeah,
I haven't got Saka. I've got Odegaard, Nketiah, and Ben White. So I'm not putting it on them. I was going to put my captainship back on Haaland, but I'm looking at the fixtures, and I've got to say I'm a bit. I might go back to Haaland as my captain.
Yeah.
You know, I've already used my triple captainship, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Really happy with that. What are your plans, Liam? Are you going to have to take some hits?
From the looks of it, yeah. Midfield and defence mainly.
And Lee, your team, what have you got any plans for your team?
Yeah, I put Ben White in for Luke Shaw.
What, because of double game week?
Yeah.
Odegaard is my second choice for captain.
Yeah, Odegaard, he was tempting me. Odegaard has been tempting me, but I just gone with Haaland as my captain. Obviously,
have you used your triple captain yet, Liam?
Yeah, I've just done it on stream. I did it like 12 minutes in, I think, or something stupid like
so
that.
That's your triple captain. You've gone for
Haaland.
Who's your captain? Haaland.
Yeah.
Triple captain Haaland.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable with that?
Can't go back on it now.
Yeah, you can. You can cancel your.
Oh no, I can, but then my mind will be all over this spot, thinking, "Oh, should I do it? Should I not?" And I've made my bed. Now I just got to lay in it.
Very true. Very true. So what about? So you're happy with your team, Lee?
Yeah.
Good man. Good man. Good man. So you know what you're doing, Lee?
I think that, yeah.
Good man. Good. Is everybody else happy with that? With knowing what they're doing? Anyone got any questions they want to ask us?
Liverpool players. Honest opinion. Why are people still picking them? I know Liverpool are having a bad season, don't get me wrong, but why are people still picking Liverpool players?
Well, they've got Everton as well coming up, haven't they? At Anfield on Monday night. That's the Monday night game, is Liverpool v Everton.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not going to be an easy game for Liverpool neither. They're in transition at Liverpool, and it's going to take a bit of time to get these players, bedded into the squad.
I mean, me and Miz been talking about. Well, I say me and Miz been talking about Liverpool, but I brought up I think the point what really describes Liverpool right now. You look at that front three, right? Compared to Liverpool's last year's front three with Mane, Salah, and Firmino.
But couldn't you say the same for Man City?
Yeah, I could. But what I'm going through this point is that with Firmino, now with this current Liverpool front three, they've got Gakpo, Nunez, Jota, and Salah, right? This is my biggest problem. All three of those players are super greedy. You look at Liverpool last year when Mane and Firmino were playing. Mane and Firmino kept passing it between each other. Salah was the only greedy player as the attacker. But now Liverpool have got three attackers. Nunez is still young. Gordy Gakpo wants to prove to the Prem that he can actually do it in the Premier League with his with all the hype around him. And Salah wants to be, the Premier League's best player, and it's just not working because all three of them have been super greedy at the top of the field. It's not working.
But isn't that good for Premier League? Isn't that good for FPL things than being greedy?
Not really, no. Because you got to think strikers still get assists. Mane, this is what made Liverpool so well in previous fantasy years. Mane, Salah, Firmino, them three were that. Even though they'd played for the same team, they were the top
three Liverpool players to get.
They were the top three attackers in fantasy for the past 3-4 years. But now because Liverpool have got three greedy strikers, Salah only gets picked because of his reputation in the Premier League. Nunez got picked quite a bit by a few people because of his price tag, and Gordy Gakpo gets picked because of his hype around him. I know you might not like that, but I just feel like this is where the downfall of Liverpool. Another example: Alexander-Arnold and Robertson. Past 3-4 years have been on fire. Why? Because when they went up the field, Mane was there for support, and so was Salah. But when Trent goes up the field now, Salah's always in the middle, by that net. So Trent can't exactly move up the field as much as he used to. And not just that, but when Trent does put the crosses in, nobody who is tall enough in that Liverpool team gets his head. When Firmino was there, or even Mane, they both went in the air and they both got a few headed goals.
It was strong.
You know what I mean? I think picking Liverpool players for fantasy, this year goalkeepers have been a bit of a struggle to pick. Lloris fumbles it. Ederson's had so many mistakes from out the back. Alisson's fumbled it and made mistakes at the back.
Meslier lets keepers in.
Meslier lets, fair enough. Yeah, he lets them in. I think this year, goalkeepers have been hard to pick. Defenders have been extremely hard to pick because people normally go with Salah, with Robertson and Trent and Cancelo. Obviously, Cancelo's moved away now. So I think this year, defence and goalkeepers, and I would even say attack, because a lot of people, I'm seeing a few people not even have Haaland in the team anymore. It's Kane and Mitrovic, or Kane and Nonto, or Kane and
Yeah,
You
but
know,
that's because they want a solid midfield. They can't afford that solid midfield plus Haaland at the same time. See where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Haaland. I mean, you look at Bruno Fernandes. I think he's in 9. He was 9. Last time I looked at Bruno Fernandes in FPL, he was 9.9 million, 9.9.
Yeah.
Which is pretty high for a midfielder.
Yeah. I think Bruno got the second most assists last year to De Bruyne. That's why Bruno's so high. That's why Kevin De Bruyne is the most expensive, because he got the most assists. When the fantasy do it, they go off the season stats of who got the most points and who got the most assist points.
When the fantasy starts, it's all they can work from, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all they can work from. That's why De Bruyne was so high. That's why Salah was so high. Salah got 20 odd goals last season. Next season, Haaland, he's already matched last year's Golden Boot halfway through the season. He could not score a single goal for the rest of the season. And if Man City are still in the Premier League next year, he could be 14 million because of how good his stats are. De Bruyne could be less because he's not made a big enough impact this season than he did compared to last season. It all goes based off last season's stats, but this is where you'll start to see now where, especially with fantasy players, they won't pick the fan favourites, if that makes sense. They won't pick Trent or Robertson anymore because they're not.
This is what I was going to ask Russell. I'm glad he's back while we're on this conversation. Russell, you've been playing FPL for quite a number of years now.
Yes.
Who's been the dearest player in FPL?
Who's been the what, sorry?
As a striker? Who's been the most expensive player?
Salah at 13.
He's not a striker, though, is he?
He's a midfielder.
I mean, I know, but when you said most, like, striker,
no, I meant in strikers.
Harry Kane, either Harry Kane or Jamie Vardy, one of those two. I believe Jamie Vardy had I think it was Kane, to be fair, at 12 million. Was it Kane 12 million?
You got to be thinking, I think Van Nistelrooy was quite expensive.
I went in fantasy that old.
Not old like you, going back that far.
So what? The reason why I'm saying that is, what will Haaland be starting at next season?
Oh, he's got to be. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Haaland at 13 million
next season.
Yeah, I don't think they could go up to like 13.5, 14, because, I mean, would you sign Haaland if he was that
That's what I was just about to say to you. Would you sign him?
I don't know. I think it would. I mean, I don't know. I think it'd be a big risk, wouldn't it?
It's a very big risk.
No, I don't think they'd want to do that as well, because fantasy football, what they want to do is, like any business, they want to make their products bigger. So if they do the pricing too hard, it'll make the casual player less interested, because it'll make them harder to have a better looking team. If you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So you got to think. I mean, us guys, we play this quite methodically, don't we? But your average Joe, all they want to do is go, I want to sign Haaland, I want to have Salah, and they want to make it very easy to do. So it's in the people who run it all to make it simple and easy still. So I'll be surprised if they put Haaland at ridiculous pricing. So then, if you've got him that highly priced, it'll affect the rest of your team, won't it?
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, you know what is? I mean, even 14 million. I think that's an awful. It's a big risk to take at the beginning of the season, because you'd have to value other players and then around that sort of. You know what I mean? You couldn't have a player at 40 million and then next one being 10. It won't work.
Yeah.
So if they're going to boost Haaland's up, you're going to have to boost most of the players up.
I think Haaland. I bet you if I was going to put a risk, I would say if he's 11.5 this year, and considering what he's done, probably 12.5. I bet he comes in at 12.5 or something next season.
I would say 13.
Yeah, 13. Okay. I don't think I've seen a striker that high before.
Just based off like Salah and what he did last year. Obviously now this is where I'm comparing it, because Salah got.
Yeah, but what was Salah? What was Mohamed Salah beginning of season?
13.
Sorry?
I believe he was 13.
Yeah, 13. Yeah.
Wow.
De Bruyne was 13 as well.
So basically, if they made Haaland 14 million or whatever,
He'll be the most highest.
It won't be. It won't be. You know. I just thought that they don't go daft by overpricing him.
No, I mean the argument for this year is that they've made fantasy football kind of too easy with the pricing.
Definitely too easy.
Defender-wise,
I'll say midfielder-wise, like Saka's what 7-odd million, Odegaard 7.8. You know,
Martinelli was 6. Was he 6 million?
6 million. You know what I mean? And you know, some goalkeepers, I think they're pretty expensive for what they are. Like, you know, Edison, Alisson, I think the most highest, what's that, like 6.5 million?
I mean, what I'm really looking forward to with us guys is we're all kind of playing this together, and obviously we're all getting used to it together. Well, some of us are in that sense. But it's going to be really interesting next year when we're all a lot more clued up and we all start from zero, because this we kind of started our league a bit later on, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually genuinely looking forward to next year, because I think it's going to be real competition next year, because everyone's a bit more clued up who's only not used to playing it. So next year's going to be fascinating.
I agree with that, Amani. Will you let us comment? I think they have made.
I'll read that out in a set for you, mate. I think the blip will turn for Liverpool after they demolish Everton. I feel Gakpo will break his duck against them. Then he will come strong. Just needs some confidence.
Well, she needs that, because she was banging Gatgo's run for ages, weren't she? He hasn't done anything.
Oh, no,
she needs him to do well, yeah.
I even said the biggest question is, do you have any Liverpool players in your team because of how poor they are playing this year?
I haven't got any, and that's on you. I started with 3 and I got none.
That's what I was saying. Like, from a fantasy point of view, having Liverpool players in your team is a big risk.
But I do think, I mean, we need Liverpool to turn up. Leeds fans do. We want Liverpool to do well, not just for fantasy football, but also in reality. We need them to spank Everton.
But I think Dyche will have them set up well. They'll get a draw or something.
Just like Arsenal, yeah.
I cannot believe Bamford is 7.2 million with his glass legs. Wilson, Isaac, Mitro, Tony were all cheaper. But Isaac's been proven as an injury player, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think some of the prices of some of the players was like Calvert-Lewin and Bamford. They priced them still quite high.
I think because as I was saying, they all based the price of last season's stats, don't they? That's another thing. Like last season.
But last season Calvert-Lewin and Bamford were injured most of it.
Yeah,
but I don't know what the season before where Bamford had that amazing.
Yeah, so they can't. So we can't say that about Bamford. That's what I'm saying. So where do they get the prices from?
Yeah, I mean, Calvert-Lewin and Bamford, I mean, you could have argued they should only be coming in at 6.5.
Yeah.
Especially when you compare them to the other, like everyone, and no offense to Leeds players, but when you compare Bamford to everyone else, you got other players who are, I personally believe, have better performance than Bamford. Like, for example, Nonto, I believe, isn't he like 4.5 million or something? 5 million, sorry, and it is proving to be a lot better than Bamford, who's 7 points. I know, obviously, you can't help, like, you can't judge the price when they've just come in from another league and stuff like that. But
let's take a minute and just, I was the first one in the transfer deadline to say, oh, Gonto, what a load of rubbish. Is that all we're signing? I mean, oh my God. Oh, good. 5 million. How good does he look? I mean, he looks, how much do you think he's worth now? Gonto. I mean,
fantasy-wise or realistic-wise?
No, reality of, okay, what do you think Gonto fantasy next season if he carries on as he is?
6.5 to 7 million.
And is he a forward or is he a winger? Is he a midfielder?
I think he's a midfielder, but he's definitely more of an attacking midfielder.
Who are we talking about now?
Nonto.
They've got him down as a striker, haven't they?
Yeah. But is he a striker?
Yeah, talking as Nonto forward.
Yeah. But do you think?
Can I just say something? Lee, you look really intelligent when you're clicking your keyboard and your mouse and you're looking at your different screens. You look like
he's also stroking his beard, like he's like this.
Yeah.
Executive decisions.
Same as Gakpo 8 million. Mudryk and Enzo were around 5.5 million, but they cost 2 or 3 times his fee. Makes no sense to me.
That's what I mean. It's so questionable what fantasy have done. Mudryk has had a very similar season to Gakpo in a different league, but yet he's only 5.5 million. Enzo Fernandez, a World Cup winner, 5.5 million. You got to kind of question where fantasy come up for these prices. I know
I think
it was like
I think Mudrik's 7.5, isn't he?
7.5.
Oh, 7.5, and Enzo's 5.5. You know, I know
Enzo's it's Premier League world record transfer fee.
that's what I mean. So and Gakpo's 30. What was he? 35 million. So it is what 3/4 of Enzo's fee.
Yeah,
I
guess.
sold Gakpo for 8 million and then got him back in for 7.7 million.
Do you think that the argument with Gakpo is that he played in a more of an established league and did well in that?
But in Holland league.
They based him he was in the Dutch league. The Ukrainian guy was in the Ukrainian league. So maybe well, actually he's done better in the Dutch league, hasn't he? And he did pretty well in the World Cup.
Oh yeah, but comparing him to Enzo Fernandez plays in a team where they were in Europe, and he also won the World Cup. I know he's only young, so I can understand why.
But what is he? Is he an attacking player? What is that, Enzo?
He's a box-to-box, is Enzo.
Oh, okay. He's a box-to-one midfielder. Okay.
Right, I still got Paul for 8 million and got him back for 7.7. Just need him to get some points in the next 5 or 6 games.
Yeah,
if I play him.
His value's dropped really quickly.
Yeah, we'll probably move him on around game week 29, if not.
So it's very interesting with the double game weeks. What's everyone thinking for that then? What's your battle plans?
I'm gonna have to play double game week plays as much as possible, just to get the points.
I've brought in I've got 3 Arsenal players and 2 Man City players for this week's double game weeks. That's my plan of action. But yeah, can I just quickly talk about Leeds, if you don't mind, for 5 minutes?
Yeah, if you want.
Manager, what's going on with it? What's happening?
I don't know. Has there been any latest news?
Not really.
This is what I think is going to happen because the current managers or whoever's in charge got a half decent result against Man U. I think they're not going to do. We're not going to find anything out until next week. I think that's when it'll happen because they'll go, actually, we've got a point against Man United. We'll keep these guys in charge again against Man United. And I think we'll get a confirmation next week. Who it'll be, I haven't got a clue. So,
I know you're going to enjoy this, Russ, from what I say. Radzali stupidly replied to a fan before the Man United game saying that they were going to be white smoke. So people were assuming new manager, weren't they? When he said like white smoke. Yeah. And nothing got revealed. And now this is where, as you say, Russ, this is where the CEO or the owner of the club shouldn't be giving false hope to fans.
Yeah. Because
it's it's not exactly good. I mean, I understand Jay looking for a manager, but you aren't going to find one that quick. I mean, you've offered, 3-4 managers the job and they've all turned it down, or the clubs have said you're not getting him?
Yeah, I don't know officially. I think Corberan was flirted with, but he signed a new contract.
That manager from the Spanish league, I forgot his name.
Hasn't there been reports coming out saying he was interested, but the club blocked his move?
Yeah, the club blocked it. Yeah.
So if the club are saying no, but I think that he was actually interested, from what I can make.
And that Arnie Stott, whatever he's called, Arnie Summer. He apparently the Feyenoord manager said that Leeds hadn't approached him, and they don't think Leeds are talking to that manager behind their back. That's exact words they used.
I can say one thing is I was very happy in the end he got relieved, because I was after we lost to Forest, I was like, I don't know how we're going to get out of this. And I just think with a new manager not playing this horrible narrow formation, it never worked really, if we're being honest. I think we got the players that can still hopefully keep us up, but with fresh ideas and playing maybe a bit of width, because we've got a lot of good wide players. So,
Manis just put here, and also got Arsenal also got a double game week 25. Remember, and then
Liverpool
followed up Orchards in Amsterdam.
Yeah, well, like you say, there's going to be a lot of speculation. I mean, I decided in my head I'm not going to stress about it until next week, because I don't think we're going to find out until next week. That's what I think.
See, Brick, do you know what the problem is? He's done it yet again. Andre Radzali needs to lay off bloody Twitter. because he's putting these messages out, getting everyone's hopes up, and then they get dashed.
I think he likes the attention. I think he likes the limelight. I think he enjoys it.
I mean, I don't know how true this is, but my father told me that Radzali and Victor Orta wanted to keep Marsh. It was the 49ers who got rid of him.
I couldn't see it going. I couldn't see him going any further. Could you? I mean, I tried to give him a chance, and I never really was like, "Oh, I hate him. I hate him." I thought, "No, I'll give him a chance." And after the Forest game, I said, "I can't stand this guy. He's just driving me insane, though."
Yeah, I think the why I'm more upset. It's not about losing Marsh. It's the timing of it. What's really got to me. We've backed him in January transfer window. We brought him in assistant manager 10 days ago, 11 days ago now, or whatever it was. So all the signs were, we're backing our man, and then all of a sudden they get rid of him.
Well, what did I say to you guys? I said to you, this Forest game is going to be explosive. I said, if it loses, watch it kick off. And that's how quickly in football it can be. It's so reactionary. And I knew if we lost to Forest, it's going to kick off everywhere. And it did. It kicked off online and on with the club.
I'm not going to lie.
I want to share my screen. I want to show you something. I found this funny. I'm watching it as well. Not to buy it, but I'm watching it. I'll show you. Where's my watch history? Ah, right. Yeah. This is even better. You know the new Leeds United shirt, the one what looks like cheese?
Cheese?
Yeah, the yellow and blue. It looks like Stilton.
Okay.
I'll show you now. Been signed by Jesse Marsh. Sellers off buy it now, price 40 quid. It's worth. I thought t-shirts are supposed to get in value when they've been signed. And not only that, he's offered me a discount at 35. Signed by Jesse Marsh. He's offered me a discount to buy it. Please take it. He's saying, please.
That's less than what the actual song shirt's for. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's actually for less than what the shirt's worth. Yeah.
I mean, his reign won't be looked back. I mean, I never got that feeling when watching Jesse Marsh or his team that we were good under him. I mean, I think we got lucky last year and escaped relegation somehow, but I never felt that we put in good performances. Did you? No. And it never felt consistent.
Well, he tried this style of play, didn't he, against Villa, and it didn't work. And then he reverted back to Bielsa's formation. He kept saying, didn't he? He kept saying it's going to come, it's nearly there, and stuff. We're close. And he could have kept saying that but he believed it. Now, I'm not arguing for him for believing it, because you've got to believe in what you're doing. You know what I mean? Otherwise, what's the point of doing what you're doing if you don't believe in what you're saying?
Yeah, but what's weird was we seem to hire managers that are rigid and won't change.
What is it? I know, Russell, you probably disagree with the comment, but I kind of, when he said Nonto was not ready for the first team, I think that just proves...
Well, but to be fair, none of us thought he was.
No, I didn't either, to be honest, yeah.
No, I can't blame him for that, because none of us did.
No, I was disappointed in the sign, and I was like, "Oh God, is this all we signed?" He's actually turned out, and he actually looks like different level, doesn't he? Really? I'm shocked how well how good he looks.
I think the only problem is with Nonto on the field, and this is a problem with Leeds' weakness right now. It reminds me a bit like the Rafinha days, where it was just pass the ball to Rafinha, and you saw in the Man United game, whenever Nonto was running, it was just pass the ball to Nonto.
Yeah, but in theory, we have enough about us now that we can have another good player on the other side, so we should
But I'm just saying, like, that's what it reminds me of a little bit. Like, it's always, I mean, I think when he took Sinistera off, it was pass the ball to Nonto, because there were no other, like, I know Harrison was playing, but the players just kept giving it to Nonto. You know what I mean? It just reminds me of, like, the Rafinha days, where we just give the ball to Rafinha and he'll produce some magic.
Actually, do you know what? I'm looking at this fantasy football Leeds. I'm actually on the Leeds bit. And do you know what's really annoying is only a couple of weeks ago, we have actually had no injuries. And now you look through us again, Perkins out, Gray, Forshaw, as per usual. Sinistera has got a flag. Rocker, Rodrigo, Dallas, Cooper, Stewart. I mean, what is it with Leeds and injuries? I can't wrap my head around it. I know teams get injuries, but we seem to get injuries.
Is it too intense in training, would you say?
It can't be. It can't be. I mean...
No, because he had him watching bloody Netflix, didn't he?
I mean, Sinistera... What the hell's going on with this guy?
He just came back from a long-term injury.
I know, and he's pulled up.
He went out for a year. Did you know we were out for a year before we bought him?
Yeah, but he played the whole year without being injured, didn't he?
A bit like, I just think we're having a bit of bad luck. It's normally what happens with teams who are right down bottom of the table.
Well, I'll tell you what that annoyed me the most, and you know how I feel about the FA Cup. I can't stand it with Leeds. Especially, I think we'll go out anyway. I think Fulham will knock us out. Rodrigo, that one really wound me up because we didn't even have to risk him in that game. It was ridiculous. I was so frustrated with that injury. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't understand the common sense in these managers. Why would you, if you're 3-0 up in a game, why would you put Rodrigo on? I don't get it. As soon as he did it, I was like, why you brought him on? We don't need to bring him on. And he's now out for 2 months. Stupid.
It was a shoot, like, surely, God, if you're 3-0 up, you think to yourself, oh, I'll bring on the youth players, or I'll give someone, like someone, I mean, Archie Gray was injured, but you'd have brought someone like Archie Gray or Sam Greenwood, who are usually coming off the bench.
Well, I'm not a big fan. I'm sorry, Sam Greenwood does my head in. He makes these stupid challenges, and I think, what you're doing, you idiot.
I don't understand.
This is your chance to prove a point to Leeds United.
Greenwood he's not a midfielder.
No, he's a striker.
I know.
He's not a striker, though, is he?
But he keeps getting brought on. I don't understand why. If you're not bringing on a midfielder, bring on Giarbi. He's actually a midfielder.
And
he looks pretty good.
Giarbi looks like he's on. I mean, that's just Man City talking. But Giarbi I think he's a world-class midfielder. I think if you give him the game time, he could be the next big thing, if that makes sense. Like,
I don't understand Greenwood. I mean, he scored a good goal against Bournemouth. But you watch him and he doesn't know what he's doing. But you can tell he's not a midfielder because he doesn't know where his position.
You know, if you played, I don't know, for example, if you play McKennie as a creative midfielder and played Giarbi next to Adams, where they're both defensively minded, that is a strong midfield if you ask me. But
I'm not sure, me. I'm really not sure. I think Jesse Marsh. I think Jesse Marsh just put out of his step. If I'm honest.
Yeah, let's be honest. I think we all got to the point where when he got sacked, we was all like, "Yeah, that's it's not good." You were shocked.
No, this was the reason why. That's because when me and my mates were talking about it, this was just after the Nottingham Forest game. My mates were saying, "No, he's got to get the sack. I need two. What is it? 2 games with 2 wins in like 9 games or something, or 2 points out of 9 games." And I said to him, because the 49ers are so loving about their America, I thought they're going to have a say in it and they're going to keep him till the rest of the season.
Oh, what, for you're thinking for commercial reasons?
Yeah, for the commercial reasons. I generally thought 49ers had the same mark.
Yeah, but there's no bigger commercial than being in the Premiership, is there?
No, that's it. But I generally thought Marsh were going to stay there till the end of the season. And then 2 hours later, he got sacked. So.
I was. I mean, it's never nice for someone to be sacked, and I really feel sorry for my personal life. But it's it wasn't working. How long does it take before you go, "Oh, this isn't working"?
Well, what you gave him 2 points out of 9 games.
Yeah, he had an awful record.
I mean, look at Lampard. Lampard was the longest manager to never get sacked. 35 points out of 38 games. You know what I mean? That for me, that's too long. Personally.
This is why I'm glad that. This is why, talking about coming back to Leeds, this is why I'm glad that Masseluntel's well down in pecking order, because it's the same style of play as what Marsh plays.
I'm not gonna lie, he looks a lot like Uwe Rosler. When I first saw him, I thought, is that Rosler making a comeback?
It's not that. It's his style of play. It doesn't suit the Premier League.
I think it's quite. It looks like they're going for the option of like a long-ish term manager, but I wouldn't have been that surprised if they tried to bring someone in just for 6 months to make sure we stay up, and just be like very British about it in the sense of just to keep us up like a Sean Dice kind of match, just for 6 months.
Mally said Mally were on about Neil Warnock for 6 months.
He's done it before. He's been there before. I think everyone knows how that
If
went
I was going to
out.
have anyone for 6 months, I'll bring somebody like Chris Wilder, a bit more modern.
I would say someone like Croy Hodgson or something like that. He knows how to keep the team up.
No, definitely not. Amani says apparently it was all Bielsa's fault. Now it's proven it is not. Anthony gets injured when he gets out of bed. TD5, hiya TD5, mate. Hope you're doing well. Ain't nobody like McKenny playing with Adams for the USA.
Hello,
evening, Inky. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, Inky. And hi, guys. But just so. You think we won't air out now for about a week to find out?
No. I think what's happened, me personally, is I think we're good. Thanks, TD5. It's not really a fantasy football stream. We're just talking a bit about Leeds. I personally think because we got a half decent result against Man United, which I think we should have won. I think we should have probably gone 4-5-1 and just tried to shit out house our way to a result. I think what they're going to do is go, well, actually, we got a tiny little bit of breathing space. So what we'll do now is we'll keep these guys in charge. Because let's be honest, they'll have a bit more time with the players, and they kind of played Man United already. So they're probably a bit, they know what to expect a little bit, don't they? So it's probably not a bad thing. And then I think you'll get an announcement next week. They might confirm a manager before the Man United game, but I don't think they'll be in charge for the Man United game.
I think you'll be watching from the stands if you do.
Yeah.
TD5 thinks Scully will still be in charge.
Yeah, Yeah, do you know what? There's a little bit of me after this last game. I'm going into that. I mean, this could be dangerous because you're scared of getting your hopes up with Leeds, aren't you? But there is a little bit that's going into that game thinking maybe we could nick something at our place against them. Why not?
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw him crouch on the floor, I thought it's Bielsa's body double. Look at him doing the little.
Was he doing that? Was he? I didn't see that.
He was like sitting on the floor, like Bielsa used to when he wasn't sitting on his chair. He'll sit down and he'll just do that.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be an important weekend because what are the fixtures? Let's have a look at the fixtures quickly. I mean,
you've got Man United and then Everton and then Southampton.
No. Let's have a look at the fixtures this weekend for teams around us. So this is quite an important weekend. So we need Chelsea to win straight away.
Yeah, against West Ham. Yep.
Yeah, we need Brighton to beat Palace.
Yes, I can see it happening. I can see Brighton are on fire, so I can see.
Yeah, and then we need Fulham to beat Forest.
That'd be a close game.
And then we need Spurs to beat Leicester.
Yep.
Yeah. And you got the fixtures there. And then if you look at Southampton, Wolves, we probably want a draw, do you think?
Yeah.
And then we want Newcastle to beat Bournemouth. So
and then Monday, and then on Sunday we want. Well, Sunday don't really affect us apart from beating Man United.
Villa to lose and Man City would be good, and then Everton to lose to Liverpool. So we could possibly be in the bottom three after Saturday. Graham Stoner, see, I don't agree with this. Don't worry about what everyone else. Why wouldn't you worry about your rivals? I find that a really odd comment. Why would you not worry about other teams? They can affect us.
I think what it means is, I think you mean you can't rely on the other people down there.
I'm the opposite. I do rely on them because I think it affects us. And if the results aren't going in our favour, we'll be in the bottom three. So to me, we do rely on other teams, and it does affect us. And I think it's a bit blind not to be looking at other teams. Why wouldn't you?
I agree.
Because we're not doing anything right now, so we have to rely on other teams.
Yeah.
You can only say that once we're doing well ourselves, and we're not.
That Everton game is going to be so crucial next Saturday.
Yeah. And Southampton.
Inky's been shopping a year. It's shopping. So do I, mate. So do I. Don't worry about what everyone else. I think the players need to concentrate on what they're doing themselves. But us fans,
I understand that. But
we are in a position not to worry about other teams around us. I would like a manager installed before that game.
Yeah, they won't be in charge. I think they might be installed, but I doubt they'll be in charge by that game.
You can only control your own destiny. You can, but you need a bit of luck when you're down at the bottom of the table, and that's other teams not picking up results.
Yeah, exactly.
The last thing the last thing I want to see is Leeds, West Ham getting a win against Chelsea, and then we don't get anything from Man United because it puts us back. It puts its advantage to West Ham staying in league and us being a disadvantage.
I bet no one was thinking like this the last game of last season when we was all worried about what Burnley were doing. On the last game of last season, we were relying on Burnley to do back. We were looking at other results. So there's no difference to looking at other results if we're going to drop into the bottom three. I've never understood the mentality of who cares what other people are doing. Why wouldn't you care? It's to me doesn't make sense not to look at other teams around us because it affects us, doesn't it?
It does. It does. It would be good for a new manager to show his face before the scum game. I don't think that's going to happen, Inky. I mean, the only way that's going to happen is if he's sitting in stands watching game.
Yeah, that could happen, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised if you see the Sky cameras looking at the new manager in the stand, possibly.
Liam, I asked you this before. Who are you going to support if Man City get relegated? No matter when, if Man City get relegated in TD5, it's when, because it's going to happen.
It will be interesting to see if they wiggle their way out of this. They'll probably see how much money they can throw at it to get rid of the problem.
Here it comes again. Yeah, all right. Just because we like spending a bit of money.
A bit? You've bought your weight at leagues, mate. You've even tried buying Champions League, but unfortunately, your team ain't good enough to do it.
No.
Liam, I'm only saying that because I'm jealous. I wish we could buy it.
No, that's what I mean.
I'll be honest with you.
We spent a bit of dinero.
I'm not going to sit here and be like, if Leeds got took over by a Gulf state, I'm like, yeah, that sounds all right to me. I would just be so hypocritical of myself. So,
I think the FA are looking into bringing contracts down to a maximum of 5 years because they're seeing what the Chelsea are doing.
Yeah,
I mean, Chelsea have done it amazing. They found a gap in the system, and it's clearly done them very well.
Oh, you've got a question, Lee. What's your score prediction for Sunday? TD5 has asked.
Well, I finish Leeds.
Go on, Lee.
3-0 Leeds.
I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet. I'm going to go 2-1 Leeds. I'm going to stick my chest out and say 2-1 Leeds. What about you, Lee? What about you, Russell?
I'm feeling, because we got rid of Marsh now and we did all right against them. We got, like I said, I think from the midfield onwards, we're pretty good. It's the back I'm worried about. But, yeah, I'm feeling a bit more optimistic. I'll probably see another draw, if I'm being honest. I'd hope for a win, but I think it might be a draw.
Amani says that she feels that it might be early next week, Monday or Tuesday, when we find out about a manager.
I think it'll be after the Man United game, no matter what.
Salford, probably second biggest team after City.
No, that's Fred. No.
And owned by Man United players, ex-players.
Liam got some cash stashed under his mattress.
I wish I did.
Favour to them.
I wish I did, so then I'd have to set up for me holiday. Put it that way.
Love it, Lee. Back the boys. Yep. Graham says he's going to go 3-0 to Leeds. Go on, Graham. Amani's saying 3-1 Leeds. I'm going to say Leeds 3-2 Leeds. Leeds 2-0 down in second half. A hat-trick from Willie Nonto. Be nice, wouldn't it?
I'll tell you one thing. What did everyone feel like? Because I felt when he got sacked, I was like, did everyone feel relief?
Yes.
I think people were cheering. Normally, when you sack, like, you know, like it was the opposite of Bielsa. When Bielsa went, everyone was just like, "Oh no, like we've lost a great."
Some
manager.
people were crying when Bielsa got sacked, and
now Marsh
I love Bielsa, but you know, and I was upset that Bielsa got sacked, but I was definitely more happy when Marsh got sacked. Let's put it that way. I agreed with that decision more.
When Marsh got sacked, people were crying in joy. I think that's the way to put it.
Yeah.
What about you? I know you think that he needed to go, but I personally think we should have got rid of him. If we were going to get rid of him, during World Cup, so the new manager had the January transfer to bring his own players in. That's what I would have liked to have seen happen.
I mean, one thing I would say about the players we signed, surely they're good enough to work under anyone anyway. So I understand people saying, "Oh, they brought him for March," but in theory, if this January window, was as good as everyone's been telling us, are they not good enough to just work under any manager anyway? So to me, that shouldn't really be a problem.
That's a good point, but it would have been nice if the new manager could have had a say in that we wanted in club. Yeah,
but the problem you had with that is that I guess Marsh was very good at telling us, "Oh, it was just one more game," or we'll just see. We're getting, you know, there was always like it was never now. It was always a little bit
train.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what put me off him a lot was when he says that he was more concerned about the performances rather than the results.
Yeah. Results are everything. It's as simple as that. Yeah,
I understand and win 1-0.
I understand fans going, "I want to enjoy myself and have good football," but if you're playing really good football and you're still losing, it's not really enjoyable, is it?
No.
You know, but I mean, the ultimate what you want, the ultimate scenario is what we're trying to achieve, and you're always trying to get is you're playing really good football and get results. That's where we want to be. You know, it's trying to figure out the endless puzzle to get there, basically. So.
TD5 says, "Were you guys scared when Nonto got injured?" I was.
Yes, good point. I was like, "Oh my god, not another player injured." I couldn't believe it. We had 2 injuries in the first 20 minutes. I was like, "What's going on with Leeds, man? Why are there just so many injuries all the time?"
I know. At least we made 6 subs.
Yeah, I was a bit worried at the end of it though, because we was bringing on all like the under 18s, weren't we? I was like, "Oh my god!" So like, here comes Joseph and. Who else came on? It was Greenwood, weren't it?
Greenwood.
Like,
I'm not a big fan of Greenwood. I'm sorry, I'm not.
I don't understand the big. I don't understand why he keeps getting starts. To be honest with you, I don't find him. I don't know what he does.
Yeah, I'm nicking him with TD5. We should have got rid of him during World Cup. And that Fulham game was the final straw for him.
Wow, that was quite early. That was a while ago as well, wasn't it?
Amani says it took a year of despising the man I never liked or accepted him for a minute of his tenure. It was a beautiful and joyous stay. I saw a kestrel that day. A sign from the gods.
It wasn't the kestrel from the Yorkshire film Kes, was it? I don't know if it
right.
might be a couple of people won't get that reference, but that's a cracking film, Kes.
Yeah, I like Kes. It was a good film.
Yeah.
Really good film. Right, well, look, guys. You know, I know Russell's got some gym. You're doing your gym, aren't you, Russell?
Well, I've got work tomorrow. I've got to do my running, and obviously I've still got other stuff going on in the background. Like I said, I can't make the deadline stream, but I will apologise now. I've got something. I've got stuff going on, and Saturday I'm struggling. But I will say to everyone. I agree with you, TD. I agree with the overall play is awful. Well, then the running machine. I got the running machine. I always do my running at night. I wonder why he's laughing. Why are we laughing? It's like,
I don't think he gets all these fantasy tips, TD5.
But I hope you all have a really good fantasy game week, and I hope Leeds win. You know,
we all do, don't we? Well, that's what we want at end of the day.
Yeah, so good luck to everyone in the fantasy football, and you'll see my team at 12:30. What I decide to do, but good luck, everyone, and hopefully Leeds get a victory as well. I'm more optimistic. I feel a bit more excited about Leeds right now because I start to feel quite depressed about Leeds. So.
Yeah, well, so glad I didn't have to listen to his BS anymore. Totally agree.
Yeah.
I watched his press conference, right, from minute 1 to minute whatever it was. And honestly, do you know when I went to refresh the homepage, I've totally forgot what the hell he was saying. I did. I didn't know what he was saying.
Well,
I had to watch it back again.
To be honest with you, he just said a lot of the same stuff. You know, the amount of times I heard, we've got to, what was it? Was it stress? We've got to cope with the stress and weapons and,
Field, end zone, like American football and stuff.
I mean, I gave him a chance. I was like, no, I wanted to give him a chance. I just couldn't take it anymore after that. I was like, it can't carry on. So I'm glad they did do it because it needs to be done. So
I didn't mean to put into moral laugh out loud. Right, my favourite book when I was little, the film was good too. Brian Glover, PE teacher, would be an improvement on Marsh.
He's brilliant in that film, isn't he? I think my favourite scene out of the film Cares is when they catch the little kid with the cigarettes and then whacking the hands.
Yeah. Well,
and he's like, I mean, you guys, Liam are probably like, what are these? If you got a chance, seriously, guys, if you get a chance to watch Cares, you'll never see anything more British, but it's actually it's quite a touching, sad film, really, isn't it? It's a very touching film.
I was a big fan of Good Night, Mr. Tom.
Who, sorry? Oh, I've not seen that.
Mr. Tom. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
That was a good film.
Yeah.
But also...
Yeah, Kez is brilliant. Really good film.
I think I've got it on video, Liam. I'll have to find it for you to watch.
Yeah, watch it. If you get a chance to watch it, Liam, it's Jesse Marsh. Right, guys, we better stop the Jesse Marsh talk. He's in the house. Howdy, guys. Do you know what would be hilarious if that was a real Jesse Marsh and was all just slagging him off? Jesse Marsh, you're a lovely guy, but you're a crap manager.
TD5. Howdy, guys, and then TD5 says Jesus in the stream.
There's a little bit that's quite intrigued to see what Jesse Marsh has got to say. I just want to see maybe what he's going to say in the comments. I'm quite intrigued.
I know. It's not you trying to sell me that shirt on eBay, is it?
I bet
man, it's not really wound up.
Oh, Harmony, don't be like that. I think it's a parody account, isn't it? Yeah.
If not, he'd be crying himself back to the airport.
He's probably I wonder where he's gone. Do you think he's back in America now?
I think he'd be waiting for the America job.
Yeah, because you got to remember, you get sacked from a job, and it must be. I mean, he moves around, so all his family, you got to move, haven't you? So, I mean, there's a lot we don't see, isn't there? When you get sacked, like in a job, you have to then leave and go back home, and then wait for another job. So there's a lot of moving around in that world, isn't there?
I noticed that they didn't let him say goodbye to fans are out, did they?
No, well, to be honest with you, I don't think he'd have got a good reception, would he?
No.
So.
No. He sees Mateus Click come all the way back from Washington to get his round of applause from fans from Alts in Ellen Road, and then there's him just kicked out. See you later, guy.
Do you think there was a bit of aggro in the background? Because they're never going to show us that, are they, or tell us? But let's be honest, in all workplaces, there's always fractions, and they're always going to try and promote you when they do all the promotional stuff of everyone being happy and getting on, but that's not realistic, is it?
I believe that story what come out that some senior players went to management and behind Jesse's back and complained. I do believe that.
Didn't they do that with Bielsa as well, though?
I'm not sure. I think one that players like Rodrigo.
I don't know.
Purple.
So is it too much power? Player power? Oh wait, that Jesse Marsh says so. Bring up that comment. I'm intrigued to see what he said. That comment.
Amani, you're so bad. Laughing her head off. You know that, like a butt cheek getting to get sacked by Leeds, I really thought they would give me just one more game. I could turn it around. Damn, the players work their butts off every match, dudes.
I like the fact he said butts as well. Maybe he is an American. I mean, maybe it is Jesse Marsh because they do say butts. Like I said, Jesse, you tried. You tried your best, and we appreciated your efforts.
It just wasn't good enough.
Just wasn't good enough. It didn't cut the mustard, I'm afraid. But I hope that your £1 million payoff will see you through those dark, cold nights.
And when you said that the players didn't understand English when you were giving out your instructions, I didn't understand that American neither. I really didn't. If that's how Americans talk, by keep talking to you for half an hour and you're not remembering a word they said, that I didn't understand American neither.
Saying that, I'm glad we don't have to hear things like roster anymore as well on the roster. And I was like,
yeah, and the end zone and the goal being down the middle and stuff. Yeah.
Saying that, I do like NFL, so I do enjoy that.
Come on,
I do enjoy that. That's NFL, that isn't a football term. You keep that NFL talk. Keep your football talk to football. Amani says they would have tied him up and pelleted him with rotten fruit in the fan zone.
Yeah, I don't think it'd gone very well, would it?
You had a season too many, Jesse. Must be nice going to bed and getting up as a failure every day.
Jesus.
Amani, don't mix the words, does she?
Hermione, it's not the real Jesse Marsh. Be nice. I think it's more of a parody. He's getting into like a full blame argument with me. I think I just see it as a joke account.
Yeah, if you said I like Jesse Marsh, that's it. She'd leave.
Yeah.
She'd banish my channel. She'd say I don't want up to do with you. She'd say I don't want up to do with you. You like that clown.
No. He said another comment. Put that one up.
And I made the roster so much better. I would have made Liam our quarterback.
Saying that, on a serious note, I think he has made half a point, or she's made half a point. What do you think to Melier's distribution? Sometimes I find myself getting quite... He just kick it. Sometimes he puts us in danger, doesn't he, with his kicking? I'm like, what are you doing? Just go long. If you're unsure, go long. He tries to chip it to the side.
We're catching more of them this time as well, though. He normally punches and flaps.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper's got hands to catch a ball.
That's but I'm on about when he's when you start to build an attack. I do find there's a couple of times when he kicked the ball to the sides, and I was like, and he was like, they ended up getting. I was like, Jesus Christ, Meslier.
Yes, he has got a poor distribution.
Yeah, so I do feel sometimes he can be a bit like Jesus Christ. So
see, Meslier, Mally thinks that he were at fault for goal. What Sancho scored.
Do you know what frustrated me with that goal was Aylin seemed to kind of just watch, and then somehow they got around 4 of our players, and I was like, how did he get around all those players?
I think Aylin were knackered. He worked hard all game.
Yeah, well, I thought, what if he's tired? Get Christian on for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, I agree. And also as a wide receiver. Do you want to hang on? Who do you want to replace as Jesse Marsh? And then Jesse Marsh comes back saying should have replaced Messi Marsh. Yes. Messi Jars. Casper Youngman, it won't happen. I really like Ali Slot, so let's see.
Yeah. Well, like I say, I'll be honest with you. A lot of the managers we've been linked with, I don't even know much about them, if I'm being honest.
No.
So I just hope they play with a bit of width. I mean, it can't be any worse than everyone running through the middle. So.
See, I don't know how that system works.
No,
what I mean by I don't know how it can be successful. everyone in middle. I don't get how you've got to be very talented on ball to pull it off.
Yeah, it seemed. I mean, it seemed a lot more. I mean, I thought yesterday was a bit more structured, and we did seem a bit more. Even though I think we lacked a lot of composure. I mean, it's quite frustrating because I think if we had a better decision maker, I thought Harrison's decision making was really frustrating last night because we got in really good positions. It was just always the final ball.
Yeah,
we couldn't seem to retain possession, which was annoying. So, but I did think overall we looked a lot more. They were kind of pressing as like a free, I noticed, but it seemed more structured, which is good. And we were using the width a bit more, from what I could see. So,
I still think we make one pass too many.
Okay. Well, dude, you know the goal is in the centre, not out wide.
Yeah.
He does sound like Jesse Marsh now, doesn't he?
Yeah, start looks good. Defence.
Yeah, that's fun.
Well, dude, you know the goal is in the centre and not out wide. Yeah.
One thing I'm worried about is I just hope that it's not been done too late. The damage is not being done.
Just going to the toilet.
Remember, do you know when he just said about the goal being in centre and not out wide? Reminded me of that film, The Mighty Ducks, The Flying V.
Oh, I've not seen that.
And you ever seen Mighty Ducks?
No, I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. I know it's got a movie.
Yeah, The Flying V. That's what it's all based on.
Yeah.
Wide at the back, narrow when he gets at front. Casper could do it until the end of season. No internationals before then, is there? No.
Who is this Casper guy? Who is it?
Denmark manager.
Oh, okay. He plays 5-3-2, doesn't he? 5-3, 5-4-1 or something.
And Jesse Marsh has offered his services. You can always rehire him.
I have a vision where you should be managing, and I think it begins with MLS. I think that's.
Well, he's after America. He's after a USA job, isn't he?
I don't know. It'll be.
Yeah.
You know what? It will be quite interesting to see where he goes next. And would it be weird if he went somewhere and they did really well? And it was like, oh man.
Not really, because I'd say no, not really. Look, I'd be happy for him. I'd be happy for him if he found a job what suits him.
Yeah.
You know. I don't. I mean, he wasn't the best manager in the world, but I don't wish it bad on anybody really.
No.
I am glad he's out of the club.
Yeah. It was never working, was it? So
No.
Who's Greg Balfour? Who is that? Has nothing on me. Who is
he? He's the USA team coach now.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, like I say, America, they're producing better players now, aren't they? So they're up and coming. So.
Can you imagine him being USA coach coming up against England and beating us?
Who, Jesse Marsh?
Yeah.
No, yeah, we won't be for a while, is it? Because the World Cup's not for a while now.
No, 4 years, isn't it?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it won't, that'll be for ages now. But, yeah, like I said, I don't know. I'm feeling more optimistic now. I found myself, the day after the sacking, I woke up and I was like, and I felt, even though I thought we'll get hammered last night, I am going into Sunday's game going, oh, we maybe pick something cool. You just feel like there's more
optimism.
Yeah, you feel like there's a bit more. Like you don't know what you're going to get. It's quite exciting again, isn't it? If you see what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I'm not as stressed out about it. One of my things is I worry about things, and I was worrying about stuff, and but now I'm not. No. Even if we go down, even if I'm not saying that Leeds are going to go down before anyone shoots me down in chat. But
yeah, but Leeds, I will say Leeds could go down. So, yeah.
I won't be frightened. I'm not frightened of getting relegated with the squad we've got.
No, but I think if we did get relegated, I'll be pretty confident we could come straight back up.
Yeah.
So, but there is a chance we could get relegated. So I'm willing to be shot down because that is a possibility. I mean, look
I don't want us to get relegated, obviously, but I'm not as frightened as what I was last season.
No, but you have to be realistic, don't you? I mean, there is a chance we could get relegated. So.
Tyler Weston and Brendan will smash it, dudes. I hope they do for us.
Tyler, I mean, Aronson's been a bit off, but I don't really know where he seems to fit in. Tyler Adams has been brilliant, and hopefully Weston McKennie, I think he did give a few balls away, I think, against...
Yeah, Marsh. Mally sold on him yet.
Yeah, but then again, he's only just come in. I mean, Router's not really hit the floor either, so it can't be any worse than what we've got, so I'm hoping they do well.
He's probably still talking in conference centre to himself. Why nobody else seen him yet?
Yeah, I think everyone is happier, Inky. I think everyone feels a bit more relieved. I mean, it's not like we're taking pleasure in someone being sacked, but, you know, I think it is. You do feel a bit happy. I know what you're saying.
It's a bit like when we let Bielsa go. We had, fans are going to say that we wouldn't have gone down, but there was a possibility that we were going to go down.
Oh, I think we'd have gone down. I think we'd have gone down with Bielsa, personally.
And, and I feel exactly the same way now, that if we didn't sack Marsh, we would have gone down.
I mean, like I said, the main thing for me personally, was to get into the third year, because from everything I can make out, the third year, your money goes up a hell of a lot. So I feel a lot more secure. If we did get relegated, we would find a way back up quicker. I was really worried about going down in the second year. Harrison was okay. I mean, he's pretty good, but he still falls over all the time, doesn't he? Do you know what I find Harrison? He just can't stay on his feet. He seems so weak in the Premiership. He's always knocking off people and falling over.
He could have scored when he come on from that free kick, couldn't he?
Yeah.
That was a right wall what Man United set up.
Yeah, that wall just split apart, didn't it? Weird.
Yeah.
Hello,
if you get it to this point, we'll separate for you.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, it wasn't that great a free kick, was it, really?
No, it just hit the post.
If the wall just stayed together, it just hit the wall. But they just went apart. It's weird.
I even bought myself a cake, Inky, to celebrate. Hermione's still on lookout, on prowl to find out who sacked him to send him gifts. That's what she said in one of her streams the other day. If I want to find out who sacked him, so I can send him lots of gifts.
Who knows?
I Paul, mate. You always come when we're about to finish. Everyone always comes when we're about to finish. I Paul, hope you're doing well. Hermione, I must admit, I had a little drink to celebrate. I don't drink, so I'm all right. I celebrated by having 2 puffs on me like a second instead of 1.
I think one thing I am confident with, though, Leeds, I do think we are good enough to stay up. It's just whether we can deal with all the pressure it puts on you. I mean, if you're mid-table, you play a lot more relaxed. I think Leeds are playing more kind of, tense right now. So I was going to use that word stress, but I was like, don't say stress. I'm going to sound like Jesse Marsh then. So
well, look, Russell, you're thinking about you for work tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
I'm just getting up for work. Well, you're just getting up for work. Russell's just about to get ready to go to work tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, guys, thank you for joining us. Russell, thanks for coming along.
Yeah,
I know you've had a lot on your mind, and it's been good to see you.
No, it's been good. It's nice talking to everyone, and I did enjoy the Jesse Marsh parody account. So, you were quite funny in the comments. And Harmony, thanks for being a great what are they called? Moderator, and everyone else popping in. So it did start as a fantasy football stream, but we've kind of just gone into a bit of a Leeds United thing. So good luck, everyone, and let's hope for a Leeds win.
I don't think cake is not enough for me and by everyone. Yeah, thank you for watching this edition of the Table Team, everyone. Thank you for all your support. There's only one thing left to say. It's a goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Go on, Lee, you next.
Go on, mate.
And a goodbye from me.
Take care, everybody.